Hi, my name is Christine Augustine. I'm from Novi, and I'm introducing Dr. Damages.
When death wants to kill a small dog, it won't let it perceive the scent of human poop. Sasha! Tweet that out. Sorry. X that out. Welcome to the show. My name is Dr. Damages. We're coming to you from the greatest city in the world, New York City. Yes. New York City is so great, but it's in Tokyo, Japan, that we're starting today. Tokyo, yes. A man in Japan has spent $14,000 to transform himself into a dog. For real? $14,000. Take a look.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, perfect.
The man has been dying to be a dog. My question is, why? No, not why a man wanted to be a dog. I don't care about that. But why he needed to spend $14,000 to achieve that. In Nigeria, all you need to do to transform a man into a dog is ask him how did he get into the university with only 2 credits in WAEC. That's all. Watch.
I sat, my first sitting was secondary school certificate with 2 credit passes. I didn't bother you with much certificates, but I know I have the qualification for that.
On our show today, we will tell you why the people you elected to serve you are laughing at you. Yes, and they will continue to laugh at you until the lady sings.
Grocery is a glory. Angori, I wanna give us. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, the one in man. You are to our Lord.
Members of the Nigerian Labor Congress across the country have gone out to protest over the hardship in Nigeria due to Bola Tinubu's policies. Who will blame them? Even though this was just NLC's leader's initial garagara, it surprised many people in Nigeria, like this man.
Not our making. We inherited a very bad situation. Most of the problems that people are talking about is not the creation of this government. This government is barely 2 months old, 60 days.
Yes. Yeah, as former EFCC chairman, Nuhu Ribadu once said that Bola Tinubu was the biggest criminal in Nigeria. Something like that. Watch.
Tinubu is a criminal, yes, of course, a categorical grade 1 criminal. The only person more criminal than Tinubu in Nigeria is probably Babangida.
Sasha, mind yourself, oh. Mind yourself. I'm talking about Ribadu, the old Ribadu, not the new National Security Advisor. Come on.
One of the governors, we think he took close to about 75% of the resources of the state.
One governor took 75% of the money from the state government?
And this is a state that is probably made over $1 billion in terms of revenue.
Is that it? Is that? Show them the video.
Not our making. We inherited a very bad situation. Most of the problems that people are talking about is not the creation of this government. This government is barely 2 months old, 60 days.
Yes, aha! Now, Ribadu is the national advisor of the man. He once said stole 75% of Lagos state resources. And after advising Tinubu as the national leader of APC for years, he now claims that Tinubu's government just came in. They just came in. They did not know Muhammadu Buhari And his disastrous 8 years in office. They didn't know them. Even the people they sent in, they didn't know them. Nonsense. Anyway, in Abuja, labor union members stormed the National Assembly complex. Yes, they pushed down the gate. And the lawmakers ran. Take a look.
Several appeals to grant access failed, and the protesters filled the gates.
Do I need to tell you? Nah, I don't need to. But next time they return to their chambers, those lawmakers, where they rob Nigeria blind, they won't be smiling and laughing when their leader, Godswill Akpabio, makes this kind of joke again. Watch.
Prayer is that let the poor breathe. And then Senator Mustafa has seconded that the poor should breathe.
In fact, if NLC, Nigerian Labor Congress, can sustain the protest for 2 weeks, even Bola Tinubu will stop making fun of the poor. Watch.
Let the poor breathe.
Yes. Now, the other thing Bola Tinubu will stop doing is asking the French and the Americans what he could do for Niger Republic. And he will start telling Nigerians every new day what he did to reduce their suffering yesterday. And he will start telling Nigerians what he did yesterday to reduce their suffering today. Hey, Sasha, tweet that out. Bad sons. What used to happen at the golf club or inside secret Oboni meetings now happen in front of everyone, thanks to social media. What?
Prayer is that let the poor breathe. And then Senator Mustafa has seconded that the poor should breathe.
Yes. That was Nigeria's Senate president making fun of poor people. With a strike of his hammer, he awarded 70 billion naira to himself and his friends at the National Assembly. But when it came to poor people, he offered them a suspended tax increase in the form of a hike in electricity tariff. Essentially, Akpabio was saying, yeah, let them breathe. We don't want to crush them to death entirely. Who will polish our shoes if we do that? Who will cook our meals? Who will drive our wives to the market? Who will hold our wives' bag while they shop? Who will hold the umbrella over our heads when it is raining? Who? Yes, that was it. Now, despite the backlash that Akpabio's behavior caused, the man and his bunch of, wait, let me find a nice word. Senator Abaribe, please come and help me out here.
A few miscreants.
Yes, a bunch of miscreants. They continued to laugh at the poor. Yes, they continued.
What he is asking me is, I sat, my first sitting was secondary school certificate with 2 credit passes.
Hey. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Yes, folks. That is your nominee for minister, Bello Mohammed. He appeared before the Senate. They are screening them. And said he had 2 credits in WAEC. When asked how could he get into the university with 2 credits, he said he had other certificates. Really? So why didn't he attach them? Listen to the man.
So I didn't bother you with much certificates, but I know I have the qualification for that.
Yes. The man can lie, liar, pants on fire. Now, to tell you that these people in the Senate are making fun of you. Listen to what Akpabio, the Senate president, told Bello Mohammed. Watch.
I want to thank you for what you have done. I don't think you need to go further, but every certificate that you have, make copies of a clerk. He will come and see you. He will give you copies of the other certificates so that you can attach. So you can take a bow.
Yes. Yes. Unbelievable. I'm done. I give up. Give up. Now, Bello Mohammed thinks that, his thinking is simply that people in the Senate are so dumb. Yeah, he's right. They are dumb. But he did not know that not all of them, that somebody will question how he got into the university with 2 credits. He must have told himself that even if he's caught, that Akpabio will find a way to dismiss it. And nobody will remember what happened two or 3 days after. And that was exactly what happened. We moved on. The only reason the man did not attach the other certificate is because it is fake. All the other certificates are fake. You can take it to the bank. And Akpabio did not care. Africa, who did this to us? Who did this to us? Let me show you another place where they were making fun of you. You may not know these things. This is my job. Watch.
I want to say all what he has said and what he has enumerated in his CV. The 3 senators from Rivers State and over 5 million Rivers people back at home. We are saying we are in total conformity.
That was PDP's senator representing Rivers State at the Senate. That 5 million people in Rivers State love Wike. Oh yeah! If Shango were still alive or functioning, it would have struck that man, that senator. At that moment, boom! But I guess Shango is retired now. He has joined the club of retired gods. As usual, Akpabio told Wike to take a bow. Look at him.
I don't think there's anybody here who is opposed to this nominee. Your Excellency, can you take a bow?
Now, it was the same with Nasser El-Rufai, former governor of Kaduna State. When some senators wanted to ask him serious questions about his divisiveness and outrageous statements, like giving money, paying the foreign Fulani militia, Akpabio stopped any questioning and told the man to take a bow.
So I think by the time we are going into the issue of confirmation and approval, we will be so advised. So I will want to plead with my brother to take a bow. Take a bow. So don't bother about. Thank you.
And he took a bow. Hey! And you think things will be good. Now, while former Senate President Ahmed Lawan killed Nigeria to death, Godswill Akpabio is determined to bury Nigeria. Hey! Remember, you had it here first. By now, most of you have forgotten that President Bola Tinubu made a speech. Oh yes! Tinubu's speech outlining the measures his government will take in place to solve the economic hardship people are experiencing. People have forgotten about that. It surprised many people. In his speech, Tinubu blamed a small group of individuals who had amassed so much wealth and power. Watch him say it. I'm not making it up.
Our national wealth was doled out on favorable terms to a handful of people who had been made filthy rich simply by moving money from one hand to another.
Wink, wink. That is Bola Tinubu and co. He was talking about Bola Tinubu and co. He said members of this group, with their deep pockets and lavish bank accounts and bullion vans, are a serious threat to the fairness of our economy and the integrity of our democratic governance. Hey! If you ask people in Lagos to name such people, the number one on their list will be Bola Tinubu. Then Tinubu said something that shocked me. Listen to him.
I wish there were other ways, but there's not. If there were, I would have taken that route, as I came here to help, not to hurt the people.
Yes, I wish there were other ways, but there is not. If there were, I would have taken that route, as I came here to help, not to hurt. Yeah, such a nice man, you know. Guess who addressed his own suffering citizens at the same time? Yes, Simon Eba, the self-styled Prime Minister of Biafra. The government in exile, you have to put that. And government at home. Yes, he, and just like Bola Tinubu, he had the same message. Watch him.
So I want you to understand that this 13 days is not going to be easy. But remember that today has been a successful beginning. And we're going to have a successful end.
People say that these two are connected. I don't know if the same speechwriter wrote that for them. Now, Bola Tinubu said, I wish there were other ways. Shall we tell the president that there were other ways? Shall we? Shall we? Nah. Listen.
I know the road. Follow the man who knows the road. And I will do the job.
He said we should follow who know way, but I don't think the man. Forget about that. Forget about that. I had thought Bola Tinubu would have announced ways, you know, to cut down on the size of government, this government that he runs. At least those within his power, you know, but he did not. For example, he could have said something like, I made enough money for 8 years as the governor of Lagos State. Yes, you guys know that. And I continued to do well after being governor. He could say that. My retirement benefit for the last 15 years will last me for the rest of my life. Shobo, he could have said that. So, I don't need your salary. I will therefore donate my salary to Nigerian workers. He could have said that. Small gestures like that will have gone a long way to help make people feel that the leaders are also making sacrifices. But he didn't. Do you know why? He doesn't care. Yeah, Tinubu is the true head of the gang making fun of you. Anyway, Bola Tinubu promised during the speech to release 200,000 metric tons of grains from our reserve. You know, guess what? we have only 60,000 metric tons in the reserve, according to the last minister for agriculture. I'm sure they didn't check. It was just, look at the headline. Now, one thing that Tinubu said in his speech that touched me was that Nigeria has saved 1 trillion naira in 2 months. Can you imagine that? So in 12 months, we will save 6 trillion naira. For those of you who are confused, the savings did not come from people Tinubu called the powerful elite with bullion vans and no, not from those people. Those people are still doing fine. The savings came from you. Yes, you. All of you working to work. Yes, you. It is your sweat equity, not theirs. And that is why you need to know how they are spending this money. Otherwise, it will go the way of trader money. And Godwin Emefiele's billions of, say, trillions that he gave to farmers. Remember, as loans. Africans, who did this to us? In a few days, Tinubu will win the 2023 election in the eyes of the international community. By that I mean America, France, and Britain. Yes, Nigeria's president is going to use Niger coup plotters to shine. The US Vice President Kamala Harris called Tinubu and told him that America will treat Nigeria like it's treating Ukraine. If Tinubu sends troops to Niger to kick out those rascals who removed the president. Of course, if Tinubu does that, he should not worry about what the court will do in the case of P2B and Article. Nah, America will take care of things the way America takes care of those kind of things in third world countries. Now, for those saying that the Nigerian army is too busy to engage Niger Rikati military, you know, our reserve army is always ready. Look at them. Ha ha! Yeah, you didn't know that we had them. I know. All these figures about Nigerian soldiers compared to, they didn't know we had Asari Dokubo. Asari Dokubo can take care of this. Look at the Nigerian soldiers. And when Asari Dokubo takes care of that and comes back, he will be named a general in the regular Nigerian army. What? That way he will earn the right to keep his AK-47. How else? All right, that's all the time we have today. Please keep following us on Twitter at Dr. Damages, and on Instagram at Dr. Damages, and on Facebook at Dr. Damages. You can support us on patreons.com/Dr. Damages. Now, here's my concern for today. It's taken from page 419 of the book, Teach Me and I Will Learn, by Ralph Emerson. And it says, do not go where the paths may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Hey! I go far to bring you this. I go far. Until next week, I'm Dr. Damages. I diagnose, you heal yourself. Thank you, 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 thank you.